Welcome back, minions. Princess Sarissa here. In our last episode, we defeated X-Death, and now it's time to see the ending and take in the fruits of our labor. In the beginning, there was only the void, but from the void came four essences. They formed the crystals, and the world was born. Hope blessed the earth. Courage blazed into flame. Care and devotion turned water into the seas of life. The passion for knowledge spread wisdom on the winds. If ever the void threatens to engulf the world, so long as the four essences still exist in man, light will be born anew. The four essences shall rise from the void and weave the light once again. So, and then unfortunately the text there is messing up a little bit, but basically, we have saved the world thanks to the essences of the crystals, which gave us the job classes that we used. Of course, we were only able to use 4 thanks to the 4-job Fiesta. And because we defeated the game with all our characters alive, we're gonna have like all the characters here. So, yeah, if a character is knocked out in the battle, they're not really here. They kind of get sucked up into the void. But they come back at the end, so... At the end of the end, so... And I'll point that out when, so... The void is still here, but we beat X-Death. And we lost all the crystals. Yeah, maybe that's why. So, no, the world can't be engulfed by the void. I mean, we worked too hard to prevent it. Uh-oh. What's happening? The crystals are doing something. The shards that we've kept. Hope, bless the earth. Courage, light the fires. Yeah, we're going all the elements again. Lena is water, so let's see what the water does. Devotion, breathe life into the waters. And Rasa is the wind. And Rapid and Small Animal Rescue! Passion, spread knowledge on the winds. Oh, what's going on here? There's the Pyramid of Moor. It's where the crystals reform in. That must be the Earth Crystal? Yeah, well, all the tablet dungeons are. It looks like that's where the crystals are going to be formed. Where we got the tablets. They're going to be the new resting places for the crystals. So there's the Water Crystal. Here will be the Fire Crystal. Deep under the ocean in that volcanic chasm. And... looks like all our friends are being brought back. There's the ancient library. Sage Guido the turtle. Here it comes Rasser's village licks. Returned back. So it looks like everything is returning back to how it is. And I guess with the void gone now, there's no reason for the world to be split to seal the void off. The world is being reborn. And the crystals as well. So the power of the crystal shards gave us to have our jobs is reunited to reform the crystals, so... Even though we didn't use a lot of the crystal's power, we only used one job of each of the crystals, so... But, like I said, that's the way the Fiesta goes, so... And hey, here's the Dawn Warriors and the King of Tycoon now. So we get to kind of see our family members there. And Kelgor and King Zizat. And they basically say that, you know, hey, even though we're going to be in the afterlife, you guys ain't, so Time to head back to your world. The world that's been reborn. So. And there's our, Hiryu. I guess that must be, Krill's Hiryu. Because that was the one that survived. Or maybe it's, Lena's Hiryu that turned into the Phoenix in the afterlife. I'm gonna teleport us back. So. And now we just return back into our world. And there's the final crystal, the wind crystal being formed. I wonder what happened to that. They only showed the 3, so I guess they'll end it with the wind crystal, because that's the first crystal that broke for us in our world. So I guess the game's coming around full circle. Grandpa? Well, that could only be Sid, because he's the only grandpa left. So now we're gonna get a little thing here. Krill is writing a letter to Sid in Mid, and she's basically going to talk about what she's been up to, and we're going to see a little bit of insight into the characters' lives post-game, I guess. This is kind of a year after all these events are happening, so. Well, the letter time is, so. And this is obviously in the present. We got returned back, and then that letter is like a year later into the future, so. Yeah, we're gonna get to see how the world is back. There's Istri, that sheep village. There's Warris, that was pulled up. Those two were pulled up into the void. The Mughal village. There's Krill recounting what she's done in the past year. Traveled all over, I guess. Those villages are the ones that she visited. So they're basically showing that, like, all those villages did come back from the void. They only showed a few at the cutscene earlier coming back, but now it's showing that all of them came back, so we don't have to worry about that, so. The Chancellor's happy, but I bet Sarissa's not happy. She don't want to be a princess. I want to be a princess, though. I guess she realizes there's only one Princess Sarissa in the world. So she's like, I'm not going to be Princess Sarissa. I'll let you be Princess Sarissa. I'll just be Captain Faris the pirate. Well, thanks, Faris. I'm glad that you're ceding the rights to Princess Sarissa to my name. Woohoo! So. And Krill, even though I guess she should be by right the queen now, because the king has gone Galuf, she doesn't seem to want to be queen, so. I thought Faris was the only one who didn't want to be a royal. But I guess Krill's the same way. Yeah. Well, we saw that Rasser's hometown came back in that earlier cutscene, so. He's gonna still do his wandering, but. Uh-oh, here comes Boko and Coco. Looks like she's having babies. Let's see. 3 babies. Three little beans. The little chocobos. And there's Crow with her Hiryu. So yeah, here's this. It's been a year since then. So, she's gonna go back to the Elder Tree, where her grandfather Galuf died, back in World 2 when she saved her from X-Death. When X-Death got the crystals of Galuf's world. So long ago. But yeah, she's gonna go basically to remember him, and I think that's a, a nice little thing, to remember those who've passed on, which is why a lot of my video games, my playthroughs, I use the names of, raddies and minions and other pets who've passed on, trying to just, remember them, and honor them, so. But we get to relive some of the adventures here. Kelgor testing Rasser. It was kind of a dumb scene, I think. You can hear my thoughts on that back in the video about that. When they discover that Faris is a girl, sort of. Raster. Get to remember all these old scenes. Gives a little bit of the characters of them. And then sacrificing herself to save the animals. That's nice. We need more people like her. Like the people of Rabbit and Small Animal Rescue. I hope this playthrough raises them lots of money. So, because they deserve it for the hard work that they do trying to save animals, so. Princess Sarissa and Sildra. Excellent summon, by the way. So, very useful. Basically carried us through the first half, or maybe about the first 3/4 of World 3. Until we got Leviathan and Bahamut, so. And the Elder Tree where Krill inherited Galif's power. Now I mentioned earlier about if a character's been knocked out, they won't really kind of appear in the ending. When Krill goes back to the Elder Tree, that's where the characters will kind of be returned, so. There was Krill's entrance right there. Back when we were trying to save the Earth Crystal. So. Man, what a big journey we've been on. So. And here we are, we're getting back to the, there's the ancient library, castle, ball up there, and now we got, the Elder Tree right here. That's where Krill said she was going, so. And here she is, just, like I said, remembering her grandfather. But there's also going to be somebody else here to greet her. No, not X-Death. That would be a shocker. No, he's gone for good. The world is saved. But, of course you're sad. You lost your grandpa. It's okay to be sad. Remember, you always keep them in your heart, and that's how you remember them and honor them. And besides, your friends will be back. You're not really all alone. Nope, not at all. There was a time when Galif thought he was alone. He got separated from us all. Yeah. You get to see some of his adventures, so. A lot of people talk about Aeris' death in Final Fantasy 7, but I don't know, Galif's kind of hit hard too, so. Because he was, a playable character for I think much longer than Aeris was. She was about a third of the game. Galif he had about for like maybe 2/3 of the game, so. Although, like I said, the characterization in this game was a little bit weaker, but it kind of went for more of a silly type story, so. Less focus on the characters and more on like the job class systems and stuff, so. Although there was some characterization in it. But yeah, see, Krill, you're not alone. There's all your friends. And like I said, if anyone was knocked out in that final battle, they would like appear here, like the, say if Lena was knocked out, a crystal shard would kind of appear and make her appear there. So, and they'd be like, oh, you came back too, And they were like, yeah, the crystals basically saved us, so. But here we are. We finally get to see this little thing that's very reminiscent of the ending of Final Fantasy VI then, which I'll eventually play. But we're kind of going to go on a little tour of the world. We float around while the credits will end up rolling, so. See? The whole theme of rebirth in the world. And now we're gonna go to wander the world and just see it a little bit. So, in Mode 7 graphics. They like to push those Mode 7 graphics in this Super Nintendo. Because it was like, I guess the first system that was able to do that. So, the old Nintendo couldn't do it, but yeah, they wanted to get their mileage out of it, so. And of course, while we tour the world, that's when I'll I guess give my final thoughts on the game and what this playthrough was like. So, I guess I can start right now. So, yeah, I once again I really enjoyed doing this. Final Fantasy V was never really one of my favorite games, but I guess playing through this 4-job Fiesta, it's kind of grown on me. The restrictions of the classes, you get to try out classes that you normally wouldn't do, strategies you wouldn't normally do, because, let's face it, certain classes are much better than other classes. And some of them you won't necessarily use for a lot of the game. But this kind of forces you to use those classes and think of new strategies. You might not be... Some classes work synergize well with one another, like the Beastmaster and the Blue Mage, but you can't necessarily get those at the same run, so you gotta find new ways to do things. So, for instance, I know in my next run I'm gonna have a Blue Mage, but I'm not gonna have a Beastmaster to, control, so I gotta use different tactics to potentially get some blue magics, like using the Dancing Dagger to charm characters. So, it's just a little bit harder. Same thing here, I didn't have a thief to steal some gear, so I had to rely on the thief's knife to pull it off. So, it was really interesting. I know playing this group, I really only had one dedicated mage, the Summoner. Everybody else was kind of physical. Ninja, Monk, and the Dragoon. Ninja was kind of magical in a sense when it was able to throw those elemental scrolls. And I relied so heavily on them. It just goes to show how powerful magic is. But I guess that kind of makes sense. The original Final Fantasy was kind of based off of Dungeons and Dragons, and in Dungeons and Dragons, one of the big things about that is they always say that, magic is overpowered. Because a magician, the mages, the sorcerers in that game can pretty much do anything that any other classes can do with their magic, So magic is definitely, overpowered, they say. Like, if people make tier lists of, how powerful certain things are, the wizards and the druids and the clerics, the big spellcasters are always top of the list. So, yeah, definitely saw the limitations of just what physical fighters can do. I know on my last playthrough, I had a much easier time, but I kind of had 3 magic users in that one. I had the Black Mage for my Wind Crystal job, and they had those elemental attacks that, were able to just cut through bosses, hitting elemental weaknesses. Then for my Wind class job, I had Time Mage. I was able to manipulate statuses, make my characters act twice as fast with haste spells, without relying on the Hermes Sandal, so I was able to free up accessory slots for other things. And then I was also able to, have some direct damage with them, with, the Meteor. And then the Chemist, while not really a magic job, a lot of their mixes basically function as magic. You can, give yourself status protection, like you can give yourself float, you can give yourself shell, protect, which are white magic spells. You can use black magics with semi things with dragon fangs. You can do massive damage, dragon flare with dragon dark matter mixes. You can max levels easier with potions. So they have a lot of magical abilities even though they're using, physical items. So they're like a magic class. And then my last class is the Beastmaster, the fire crystal job, and that was obviously the weakest job out of all of them, because it was the only physical job. Yeah, I could catch some monsters that could, use maybe a strong magical attack when released, but that was only once per battle. So definitely learned from the then with this one having 3 physical casters, I basically saw just how much more powerful magic is. So definitely made some of this one a little bit harder. Playing this second year here is definitely playing a little bit harder. Should be interesting to see what my next thing will be. I got the blue mage, which is probably one of the best classes in the game once you learn all the blue magic. So I'm going to have a really strong magic user, but everyone else is going to be physical fighter. Thief, pretty bad physical fighter, but good with a lot of passive abilities. The Berserker, you can't control them. Obviously regarded as one of the worst classes because you can't control them. All they do is just fight. And then the Archer, who's a pretty good fighter and can maybe hit some elemental weaknesses with elemental bows, but that one should be interesting. But yeah, that'll be for next year. Blue Mage, Thief, Berserker, and Archer. And that'll be for Tiny Toes Rat Rescue. So, looking forward to playing for them next year. Hopefully raise some money. Hopefully my YouTube channel grows. More people see this. And, if you're going back into the past and checking out this, from the future, also consider maybe supporting the charity I played for this year, Rabbit and Small Animal Rescue. They do a lot of good work, with helping those abused animals, unwanted, neglected animals find homes and basically have a better life. So, or you can look back at the first playthrough that I did in 2020 for Healing Whiskers. That was the Black Mage, Time Mage, Beastmaster, Chemist group. And Healing Whiskers, they basically train rats as therapy animals to visit hospitals and do like reading programs like Pause for Reading, where children who have maybe learning disabilities and have trouble reading, can read out loud to an animal that isn't going to critique them, that isn't going to make them feel bad. So just build up their confidence like that. So all these are worthy charities. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully if you've enjoyed these videos, if you've watched me play through them through 2021 here, that you may made a donation there to Rabbit and Small Animals Rescues. And like I said, if you're viewing this from much later in the future, consider doing that. I've always included a link to their homepage where you can make a PayPal donation. So hopefully that option is still available, like I said, in the future. Same thing with Healing Whiskers. As for the future, like I said, next 3 years have already been booked out. 2022, Tiny Toes Rat Rescue. 2023, Small Angels Rescue. And then 2024, TNV Small Critter Rescue. So, yeah, I'm a rescue rat myself, so it's very important that, I also support rescues, because I know all the good work that they do. So this was my little way to give back, just like how my daddy gave back to me by rescuing me and rescuing also my other brothers, Arthur and Durf. They came from the same rescue I came from, the St. Nicholas Mouse Rescue. Daddy's not playing for them because they're close by to him. He gives them a donation every year for Christmas anyway, so don't worry, he supports them. And he also supports the Virginia Beach SPCA, where he got my other brothers, Pops, Dutch, and Terry. So, but there is 4 jobs: Dragoon, Monk, Ninja, and Summoner. And that is the end of our Final Fantasy V 4-job Fiesta for 2021 for Rabbit and Small Animals Rescues. I want to thank the people at Rabbit and Small Animals Rescue who I've kind of been in contact with daily, letting them know about the progress of this playthrough, thanking them for letting me, choose their charity to support, and like I said, just continue the good work. I appreciate it, and so that'll be all. I'll just let this crystal theme here play for a little bit. I kind of like it. I think it's a very relaxing music. It doesn't play right away, but I did a little time skip there to jump to where it did start playing. So just enjoy the ending, and I hope you not only just enjoy this little ending theme here, but that you've also enjoyed all the previous videos of this thing. And maybe if you were a fan of this game, that maybe you picked up some strategies that can help you if you decide to play through this game yourself. So this is obviously the last video in terms of beating the game, but I'm still going to try to go back and beat the optional bosses. I still haven't done Shinryu and Omega. Hopefully I can clear them like I did last year, but it could be some tough things because I don't have the chemist, and he basically breaks the game. So thank you for everything, and keep looking forward. If I get Shinryu and Omega defeated, those videos will be posted. So thanks for everything, take care, and like I said, consider making a donation once again to Rabbit and Small Animals Rescue and support the good work they do. Thanks for everything, have a good day, and if you like, comment, and leave us a comment, and subscribe, and hopefully, like I said, we can get this channel to grow so that more people can support these fine charities that I'm going to play for in the future, and the ones I've played for this year and in the past. Take care, have a good day, bye!